So today's the day. I've been testing the Jasminer X16-P thanks to jinglemining.com for the last week and a half or so. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion on this, if it's worth purchasing or not. And we're going to crunch the numbers on pool mining versus solo mining, all-time high versus the price it's at now. So if you guys are into that, let's do it. All right, here we are at the Google Sheets that I put together for you guys on this X16-P. Now, you could see 4 tests solo mining right here, and I did a 4-day pool test with ETC, okay, just to kind of get back-to-back payouts so you guys could see what you'd yield, yada yada. Now, looking at the first test I did here was on PowBlocks. Now, PowBlocks, super speculative coin, no affiliation with these guys, no reason I actually mined it besides the fact that I went to coolpool.top, scrolled through this list, and I tried to pick the best ones that, or the easiest ones for me to mine, right? I was like, okay, which ones have a wallet that I'm not nervous about downloading and, you know, possibly giving myself a virus. So I went with PowBlocks because it was on Tangem, and so was the Octaspace coin is also on Tangem. Now, the only downside to the PowBlocks thing that kind of slipped my mind and just I wasn't thinking about it, the Binance Smart Chain is the one that's available for PowBlocks. And mining this coin, I actually lost the profits because I believe this is PowBlocks main chain, and sending it over to the Binance Smart Chain wallet is not going to work. So I lost these funds, unfortunately, but nonetheless, I can still see what I would have yielded, right? So we have 33 cents was the price of PowBlocks, and looking right now, it's at 23 cents, so it took a little bit of a hit, but it is what it is. I don't have this anyways. It was all a loss for me. 12 hours, that's when I noticed I wasn't getting paid out, so I stopped it at the 12-hour mark. I was going to let it go for 24 just to burn the money, but I decided to stop it at 12. It made more sense, right? We hit 4 blocks in that 12-hour time. I got a yield of 29.029 XPB, right, which is PowBlocks. If I had a 10-cent kilowatt hour, I would have paid $2.06 in electricity to run this machine, but I pay a 25-cent per kilowatt hour, so I burnt $5.16, right? My profits of that yield would have been $8.83 at the time of, you know, mining, which was 33 cents. Then we're going to say after the electric cost, we're looking at $6.77 at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. And then after the electric cost of 25 cents, we're looking at $3.67. Now, if we move down to Octaspace, we're going to look at right here. It was at 72 cents. And again, I mined this because it was just an easy option, and I've solo mined this before previously. So looking at the price over here, Octaspace taking quite a bit of a hit. Everything really has this past week, so 59 cents, whatever. If you guys don't know what this is, go check it out. But these are also lower market cap coins. You can see this one's ranked 1004, and the XPB was ranked 1963. So I wanted to kind of get 2 low coins in there just to see if I could get a bunch of blocks on this, and Octaspace actually turned out quite nicely. You can see right here, again, 72 cents was the price. 24 hours, I hit 18 blocks with this machine solo mining. That was a yield of 40.77 for Octaspace, right? At 10 cents per kilowatt hour, $4.13 would have been my electrical cost, but I paid 25 cents, so I paid $10.32 to run this machine for the 24 hours. Profit before electric was $29.35. We have the profit after electric at 10 cents kilowatt hour would have been $25.22, and profit after my electric rate is $19.03. Now, if we move down to the second day, again, I ran it for another 24 hours, and this was a day after, I believe. I think I separated. I think I had PowBlocks in between these two. But nonetheless, you could see the price of Octaspace actually jumped down to 61. So it's pretty close to where it's at now. Again, it's at 59. So whatever, we can look right here. We have, again, 24 hours. I hit 14 blocks. Okay, so it's 4 less blocks. Not sure what that was about, but nonetheless, it's all about luck at the end of the day when you're solo mining. I had a yield of 31.88 for Octaspace, right? That's coins. We have electrical cost at 10 cents, would have been the same thing, 413, 1032 at my rate, right? We have the profit before would have been 1945, so it's about $10 less getting 4 less blocks, which is kind of surprising, but whatever, is what it is. I get it, right? The profit after 10 cents kilowatt hour would have been $15.32, and my profit was actually $9.13. Now, moving down to ETC, this is going to be super disappointing, but I hit 0 blocks running this thing for 72 hours straight. 25.40 was the price that I started at. I kind of just got the average for those couple days. I didn't hit nothing, and I got to like 70 something percent. It was I pulled the trigger because I was like, you know what, there's no way 6 gigahashes, I'm not letting this thing run any longer. I'm just burning money by the second. So you guys could see I would have burnt $12 if I paid 10 cents kilowatt hour, 12.39, but instead I burnt $30.96 because you guys know my electric rate's insane. So Octaspace was the clear winner here for me when it comes to solo mining. Obviously I only have so much time to play with this thing, so I honestly couldn't get much more tested, which I would like to do, but nonetheless, you guys will see more videos on Mr. Max Voltage's or Mr. Red Panda Mining's channel. I believe they're both getting this unit after me. Now we have pool mining. Okay, so this is where I've been having it run the same, you know, algorithm, same coin, which is Ethereum Classic, for the last 4 days. Okay, it's actually still running there now. This is day 5. I added day 4 this morning. So let's get to the first day here. Looking at ETC, about $22.68, right? Ran it for 24 hours. As you can see, no blocks because it's pool mining. So what it is, if you guys don't understand what pool mining is, you're basically in a pool with everybody else mining the same coin and you split the rewards. So for the yield, we have 0.686367 ETC, which is almost 3/4 of an ETC. So that's pretty good. It's well over half. We have the electrical cost would have been $4.13 at 10 cents, but it was $10.32 at my electrical rate. You can see the profit before would have been $15.57 if I had free electricity, that is. After the 10 cent a kilowatt hour would have been $11.44, and then after my bill it is $5.25. Now day 2, we have the hours, 48 hours at this point. The price of ETC has changed to $22.99. You can see I yielded 0.632383, which is again well over half, but it's a little bit under what we got before. It was 0.68 instead of 0.63. Again, the electricity costs didn't change here on the prior side. We have profit before electrical costs was $14.54, right? After my electrical cost, it was $4.22. Now we're going to go to the 72-hour mark. ETC was at $26.04, and we have yielded 0.654857 ETC, so a little bit more than the day prior. Again, this all adjusts with difficulty and such, but still well over half, which is nice. Would have been $17.05 because of the price of ETC bumped up a little bit here. And you can see after my electrical costs over here on the right, $6.73, right? Now the last and final day, 96 hours, were $24.26 for a price on ETC. You can see I made 0.601875. Now it's quite a bit less than the rest, but again, difficulty and all that equates to it. So who knows? At the end of the day, before the electrical cost, would have made $14.60 again if I had free electrical, but I don't. And I paid, or made at the end of the day, $4.28 here. So now, entire point of this spreadsheet was to see how long it's going to take us to get to that ROI or break even point with this machine at the price it is and all that. And I actually added a few more things to the bottom of this spreadsheet. But anyways, let's just real quick go over to jinglemining.com if you guys are interested. This is where you guys can get this X16P. Now, this thing, I'm gonna be honest, it's a beast. Okay, I really do like the unit itself. The price is a bit high and it kind of hurts right now just because the price of ETC is so low, but over time when ETC appreciates in this bull run and with all that, it makes sense, right? I don't know, it is a little bit pricey though right now. So 8980 is what the cost of it is. Now let's scroll down here a little bit and you guys will see what I did here. So I put the price of the Jasminer, and we're going to do the actual calculations of the all-time high live in just a second, but I wanted to mention this one thing. Efficiency mode, right, was the best mode with the wattage that I could find. You guys could see my last video. I'll leave a link above. If you guys didn't check it out, go do so. You can see I tested all these wattages, all these modes rather, and got these wattages. So performance, that was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but to be fair, I updated the firmware since I did this wattage calculation, so I'm not entirely sure if things have changed with all these modes, but it was weird to see performance really worse than ultra performance and balanced. It just didn't really make much sense, and the hash rate was all pretty much even across the board. So it's yeah, that's it. But anyways, let's get into this now. So what I did here was I took these totals, okay, of the pool mining side, and I actually got the average of these, like what we would have made, right? So let's look first things first, right? I took $45.24, divided it by 4 to give me the average of $11.31, as you guys could see. Now, payback time at 10 cents per kilowatt hour is going to take 794 days, again with ETC at the time of recording, right? You're gonna look at that. That's 2 years and 2 months. Kind of sucks. That's a long time, right? It gets worse. It gets worse for me. So just hold on. We have the average of $20.48 divided by 4 comes out to $5.12. You want to take any guesses how long it's going to take to pay back? It's going to take 1,753 days to pay back, which is 4 years and 9 months from now, which is a big, and that's terrible. I'm not too excited about that, but it is what it is. Okay, now again, this is at time of recording prices where ETC is looking like it is only at $23.98. Now, let's just scroll down a second, okay? Look right here. You can see the all-time high on ETC was 167.09. Now, this is over on CoinGecko. It's probably off a little bit, but we'll just go with $167, and we'll do some math here on screen and just kind of see how long it's going to take for us to break even. So let's just scroll up. We're going to add ETC here. We're going to add 167 here for the price of the coin, just for shits. Again, this is just totally speculating. So let's do this, right? Let's do some math. Do $167. We're going to times that by the 0.601875. I'm just going to take day 4 here as the example. So we will obviously your yield actually might get a little bit worse, the difficulty and stuff, more miners coming online in the bull run, but nonetheless, whatever. Again, speculating, right? So $100.51, we'll say, just to round. So profit before electrical cost, we're going to say $100.51. Now we're going to subtract the, let's do the 10 cents a kilowatt hour, which would be 413. That'll come out to $96.38. So 96.38. Then we have the 25 cents. Let me clear this. We have 100.51 minus the $10.32 that it would cost me personally to run it. So my profit would be 90.19, which is, that would be amazing, right? Now let's kind of just do some math on this. So all-time high, $167. You guys could see if we take the, let's do it, right? Let's do $8,980. We're gonna divide this by, let's just do 96.38. This would be at 10 cents per kilowatt hour at all-time high prices. It would take you 93 days to ROI on this unit, or break even, right? So this is I mean, that's a way better number. That's a way better number, right? I would be excited to purchase this thing at 9 grand if I could get an ROI of 90 days, right? 93 days. I think with the $90, let's see if what the difference here is. 8980, let's see, divided by 90.19 in my situation. So it would be just under 100 days, literally 99 and a half days. So 100 days break even. See, that's realistic to me for the price of 9,000. That's why I was saying that the price might be a bit high, but you guys are all big boys, big girls. You guys have to make your own decisions. At the end of the day, I'm just here to give you the numbers. So that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys appreciated this video. Again, at the end of the day, you guys have to crunch the numbers yourself and see if it makes sense in your situation to invest into something like this. It is a hefty chunk of change, and to be honest, you have to make sure it's right. Don't just YOLO into something hoping that it's going to pay itself back, because you never know. Crypto is speculative. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any other questions, please leave it down in the comments below. Use code CCXD if you guys are interested in getting one of these units, or code Misfit. I think you guys get 1% off. It's about $90. It's not much, but everything helps. So hopefully you guys have a good day. I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.